What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Retro Hoop Collectibles. As it says in the title, we got PSA order back today. I don't remember. I'll pull up the timeline here. The order arrived September 14th. Entered on September 15th. Well, that's pretty good. September 14th, September 15th. So, and then it shipped November 18th. So 2 months. Now, I did not send these in to get graded. I sent them in for authentication. If you guys remember, I'll link the video up at the top of when I submitted this order. But I didn't submit for, Jesus, man, the way they do a hell of a job wrapping these things up. So I submitted them in for authentication. I didn't submit them for grading. So I don't know if that helped my cause at all. We'll get into another order that I have sitting there at the moment that has not moved yet, which I'm finding very odd. I'm finding very odd that I got this order first, and it may be because it was just authenticating, but I would imagine it goes through the same people. I don't know. Those of you who are PSA experts, please let me know. Jeez Louise, man. They package these things pretty good. I'll give them that. All right. Good God almighty. All right. All right. So let's see. We got card savers recommended by PSA. Does PSA own a piece of card saver? I would imagine they would. Zion cases. I get my cases from a Card Capsule. Jesus, my memory is so bad. So yeah, get your cases from Card Capsule. Get your card savers from Card Capsule. That's where I get all my stuff from. Shout out to Card Capsule. Love those guys. Okay, so here we go. I sent in 3 cards. So this is my packing order. Or packing slip. Yeah, so total of 2 months exactly, from the moment that they arrived to the moment that they shipped. A little over 2 months, 4 days, 2 months and 4 days. So about a 60-day turnaround time is what it ended up being. I've always told you guys that I felt that PSA had the best, that their core competencies lied in authentication and their guarantee. They have a guarantee that nobody else has in the industry when it comes to authentication. So, there we go. All right. So here we go. Rudy Tomjanovich. Authentication. This is autograph. Autograph Rudy Tomjanovich. Came back as authentic as I knew it would. Shout out to my boy Temple Bird. He gifted me this card, sent it to me. He said that he personally had got it autographed. I had no reason to not believe him, but just to keep it in the collection in the PC, it was good. Here's another one. This was Center of Attention Classics. I think autographed with what looks to be the A, not the H. But anyway, came back authentic as well, which I'm pretty happy about. And then last but not least, this one here that I also had, permanent marker autograph on a Fleer, 97 Fleer, Elijah Wan, hand autographed, also now authenticated. So, pretty happy to get these back, have them authenticated by PSA DNA. There and back in 60 days exactly. The issue that I'm having is that we submitted an order. This is an order for me and my brother. It's under my account, but it's my brother's order that went in on August 2nd. It arrived at PSA August 2nd and is still currently sitting in the grading stage. It's been sitting there for quite some time and hasn't moved. But yet this one has gone in and come back in that time. We're going to do a submission to SGC here pretty soon, my brother and I. And I don't have any reason to believe that submission, once it gets submitted, is going to get submitted, received by SGC, graded by SGC, and we'll probably have it back before we get back the PSA order. That's my assumption, because they've had this one since August 2nd, and here we are, November 22nd, and it hasn't moved. It has not moved. Just to give you guys some more details, I think it was the $15 special I want to say it was the $18 special. The August, I think it was the PSA, the national convention special that they had going on. It was the first time they dropped under $20. So we submitted quite a few cards, 72 cards total. And again, arrived at PSA August 2nd and still don't have them. This order here arrived over a month later, and I already have them in hand. It just speaks a little bit to, in my opinion, and again, you guys can argue with me if you want on this, but this is, if there's one thing I would say is my area of expertise is manufacturing processes. And the fact that I sent in this order after and got it back before, from an operational standpoint, doesn't really look very good for PSA. So I'm not sure exactly. I mean, obviously they're turning things around a lot quicker now, but it seems like some of the issues that they have from a process standpoint internally haven't quite been ironed out yet. I know many of you, as well as my brother, who's been kind of keeping up on several Facebook websites and Facebook groups and things like that, people detailing, sending in their cards at the same time that my brother sent his in, have already gotten them back and have since then placed other orders that are in the system that are already a little further along than his current order. So again, operationally, just some stuff there that's not panning out, it seems, for PSA. But I'm happy that I got these back. Obviously, all Rockets. Obviously, Elijah Wan, Tom Janovich, all PC stuff. Pretty excited to have those back. But I want to ask you guys if y'all have any orders out with PSA at the moment. And if you do, what type of turnaround times are you getting? What have you experienced? Do you have any orders that are currently stuck at PSA that have fallen outside of the 120-day return that was promised originally? These came in 60 days, so nothing to complain about there. They came back authentic, nothing to complain about there. So with that particular order, I have no qualms with PSA. However, I have a much larger order that we have big issues with. But I'm curious to hear if you guys have orders out there that are either stuck or late, or if you've experienced this kind of out of sequence. If you have multiple orders with PSA, but you've experienced kind of this out of sequence situation where your older orders are still stuck, but your newer orders for some reason are coming back quicker. I don't understand how that whole thing works. And once again, what we're talking about here is a little bit of transparency, I think, would go a long way for PSA. And them simply saying, hey, guys, let's open these doors up. This is how this works. When your order comes in, it goes here, it goes there, it moves this way, it goes that way. If you send in your order to this facility, then it goes through this, it goes through that. If you have authentication only, it goes through this, it goes through that. If there's a question in the research and identification portion of your order, that order then gets picked up as a whole and gets moved somewhere else. And we have a group of people that are specific to problematic orders, and that can, and that has a separate queue, and we don't know what's going on. And when you leave customers in the dark like that, that's when people speculate, and that's when people start talking, and that's when people start trying to figure out what's going on. When PSA could just do themselves a big service and just tell us what's going on. Why they have not, I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching as always. Love y'all. Peace.